How's it going, YouTube? Coming soon to another video. Today, guys, what I'm bringing you is going to be a quick look at the deck that I played this weekend. Unfortunately, I did not go as well as I wanted to. Been kind of just crushing side events afterward, which is a lot of fun. This is a deck that I had a lot of theory for, and I'm upset that I didn't do as well as I wanted to because I think the deck has so much potential to do really well. The new Dododo, Zubawa, Gogo, and Gaga cards are really good. These cards in general are the thing that I wanted to talk about today because this was the package that I played, and I think that these cards are just so broken just for what they're able to do. I think that they're really good, and I want to talk about some plays that you can do with these cards because I feel like they really did help me out today in a lot of situations. So one of the things that I wanted to point out is that I feel like this card was really good against exactly Droll. For a very specific reason. Whenever I Onomat Ryzeal, I will grab Warrior and I'll grab the Grimoire Knight. I feel like these two in tandem are just like the best one possible, and I'll show you why. Because on Res, if you get Drolled, you can go Warrior and you'll send the glove here, and then this will go to grave, you'll reborn it, and you'll turn both of these into a Baguska. But so you have this card here called Grimoire Knight. The card's really cool, works like a danger. You just show Cowboy, and then you can summon this card from your hand, and you can change the battle position of a monster on your board. So let's say that you pass on Baguska, and this is like good enough, and they pass to you, and you pay your maintenance cost, you like get rid of your card, and then you want to play the game. What you're allowed to do is put this in attack mode and try to play. But let's say your opponent like double charms you, and you're like, all right, that's something that I don't really want to deal with, because they just pass back, right? And so the number one option was to charm me. You can Grimoire Knight, summon this card all in effect, put your Baguska back into defense, which is kind of crazy. This also works on your opponent's cards. So like if you're playing against Baguska, you can just summon this and put their Baguska in attack mode. And so they just kind of lose on the spot because this is just inherently an out for it. The other really cool thing that you can do is that if you have something like Grimoire Knight or even the Dododo Warrior, these both have very unique effects. So what they're allowing you to do is when they're detached to activate an effect like Banshee, you can add a Zubawa card, so you add the coat off this. I don't play the coat. I think the pickup and the coat are really bad and they play Anti-Droll harder. And then this one allows you to add the Goblinberg, which is really cool. This card allows you to summon from hand, deck, or grave. So if you get Fluid on this card, you can always summon from your hand or your grave as well, if you don't want to summon from deck, which I think is really cool. The other thing too is a ruling question that I was asked, and this is how this works. So if you have Onomat Ryzeal and you have two cards that list the same kind of card, I don't have any that conflict in my list, but let's say that you have a Gaga and then you had a Go-Go-Go, right? But then you had like a Gaga Go-Go-Go and then you had like a Zubaba Go-Go-Go, and they both say Go-Go. You can add both of them even if this says that you can't add two from the same category, because you can count them toward one of the categories. So this does work to do that, which is really cool. That was a big question that a lot of people had, but it is something that is legal. These cards also are very solid because the number one thing that I was doing this weekend was going Warrior, and I would dump the glove, and then I will go glove, summon, and you'll do your Exceed, and you'll summon Rafflesia. And this was really good because you can go Rafflesia, dump the Gravedigger Trap Hole, and this card's really cool because it stops Droll. It also can stop cards that are banished. So like I knocked a Malice opponent down to 1700, and then I just made Rafflesia because the second they activate a banished card, they're burning for 2000. And so it was just game. The other one too, which is really cool, is if you're playing against Vanquish Soul, and you have like a ton of extenders, because I was playing the Heraldic variant, and then I figured out that these cards were the same amount of bodies with less bricks. This is like the only true brick in the deck because it really isn't that good in your hand. You can always pitch it later, but this card is really bad to open. But it was the same amount of bodies as Heraldic, but way less bricks. So if I'm ever playing against like Vanquish Soul, which is really cool, I just go Warrior into Glove, and I overlay these into Light Dragon. Light Dragon works like Dingirsu, not like Detonator, so it can protect you twice. So if they Rosin pop you and then Caesar pop you, this will protect you twice. So these give you the bodies to just kind of maneuver around a lot of things that are problematic. so you can then just like slam X afterward and like continue to play the game. I think that these cards are really amazing for the deck, and they're something that are extremely underexplored. But just realizing that going into the weekend, I thought they were really smart. But I hope that you guys enjoy this little excerpt into the new Onomat cards. I think that they are very, very good moving forward, and we'll probably see them. I was really hoping they weren't troll when I read them the first time. I think the GGYGO and like the Onomat pickup are, but I think just playing straight up like 3 Onomat para, I think that those cards are just fantastic. But everyone have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thank you.